Hey fans, Hayden here. It is the end of 2024 already, and what a crazy year it has been. Definitely the most challenging of my life personally, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about metal music. And I am going to count down my top 5 favorite metal albums of 2024. Starting with number 5, we've got Knock Loose, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to. I've been a Knock Loose fan for a few years now, and this is just more relentless riffage, breakdown after breakdown, everything that Knock Loose is known for and great at. Suffocate is the standout hit here, which is obviously like the lead single off of there, featuring Poppy. So heavy, so well done. I'm also a big fan of the song Slaughterhouse 2, featuring Chris Motionless. So we see a little bit of evolution here with Knock Loose and their sound and their collaboration with other artists. A lot of fun all around, great to work out to. Coming in at number 4 on the list is Kerry King, From Hell I Rise. This is basically just more Slayer without it being Slayer. You've got Kerry King and Paul Bostaph still on drums. And then you've got like the supergroup thing going on with members from Death Angel, Machine Head, and Hell Yeah rounding out the rest of the band. Very cool music, some awesome riffs, some eyebrow-raising moments where you're like, oh, that's a spicy riff. I had the privilege of seeing these guys perform, brought the intensity just the same as any one of their other concerts from their other bands. Definitely looking forward to more music from these guys. Number 3 on my list is Judas Priest, Invincible Shield. I saw someone say in a review about this album that this is the kind of album that legacy bands should be striving to make, and I agree. I mean, this is so good, the quality is there, the songwriting is there, the riffs are awesome. These guys are in their 60s and 70s, except for Richie, and they're still out here killing it. And there's not many bands out there that can say they've been doing something like this for 50 years and still be leading the charge. Nothing on this album feels stale. I really like, obviously, Panic Attack, Trial by Fire. Those are the 2 singles, I think, from the album. And, I don't know, there's The Serpent and the King, The Crown of Horns. Like, it's all awesome. Listen to this album. I hope Judas Priest still has some more gas in the tank because I want more of this. At the number 2 spot on my list is the Black Dahlia Murder, Servitude. This album is going to be something I remember for a long time. I mentioned previously that this has been a tough personal year for me, and one of the contributing factors was that I was in a major car accident just a few days ago at the time of recording this. Everyone was okay, that was some sort of miracle there, but 3 cars were totally wrecked, including my own. And I happen to be listening to this album at the moment, so while I'm sliding all over I-75 on the ice and there's cars spinning all over the damn place, I was listening to my personal favorite song off of this album, Mammoth's Hand. So yeah, just some memory, you know, it'll stick with me forever, but this album on its own, it stands strong. It's got all the riffage, some very interesting, creative movements throughout the songs. One of the most engaging Black Dahlia Murder albums, in my opinion. You've got Evening Ephemeral, Utopia Black, all these awesome songs. And it's, you know, sad to say this is the first one without Trevor, but Black Dahlia Murder's got it locked down. They know the formula. They know how to innovate, and they're still going strong. Love this album. Before I get to the number 1 spot on the list, I just wanted to run through some honorable mentions of other awesome albums that I listened to this year. Opeth, unfortunately, The Last Will and Testament did not make my top 5. It's a very solid album, very well written, very well produced. For me, though, it was a very stable album. It didn't have low lows, but it also didn't really have any high highs for me. Speaking of High on Fire released an awesome album this year. More solid Matt Pike riffs. What else? Saxon, I mentioned legacy bands before. They killed it with their most recent album. Very good. That's another one that I think these like guys in their 60s and 70s need to be listening to in order to understand, like, this is awesome. Kind of, again, you know, didn't really expand what they were doing, but what they are doing was very well. Body Count, Bruce Dickinson, Aborted, Nile, they all had awesome albums this year that were contenders to be on this list. Alright, finally, at the number 1 spot on my top albums of 2024 is Blood Incantation, Absolute Elsewhere. I think I've seen this on the top of a lot of lists this year. This album is awesome. And I think what makes it very unique and interesting is the fact that they so seamlessly blend together these heavy death metal riffs with these like Pink Floyd style melodic interludes. Of course, you've got like this whole concept album thing going on where you've got like the tablet part 1, 2, and 3 and the message part 1, 2, and 3. Like there's some sort of alien sci-fi story going on there. I love that stuff, and as I mentioned before, the instrumentation is just top notch. Blood Incantation really outdid themselves with this album, which is a tall task to accomplish, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them live or more albums of theirs to come. Anyway, that is my list of the top 5 albums of 2024. These are my opinions. Tell me your opinions in the comments, whether you agree, disagree, or if you have any other albums that I didn't mention that you think should have been. And with that, have a happy new year, guys.